Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be continuing the quest as the cover on his light shows. It wants me to follow Nasejina into the ancient Conrain ruins to obtain the final great song of Kavarena. That's the same description as it was in the previous video, I believe. So, probably because the quest hasn't really progressed to the next part yet, due to the fact that I'm still exploring this place. Anyways, Genji is currently a little bit beat up, isn't he? I could probably heal him up on the middle of this fight. There we go.
Take flight.
There we go. Hey, Sam. Why was that enemy the only one that actually dropped anything? The other two didn't seem to drop anything at all.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
Could I have picked up those things and brought them with me, I wonder? And it doesn't matter. Ooh. Wow, that's a huge furnace. It's super hot. How is it still in operation? This giant furnace is used to make a substance known as azosite. It is the core of this entire factory, and the energy blocks we saw earlier were derived from this place. But shouldn't this place have been abandoned ages ago? No one should have been able to get in here. Well, there might be some paths in here that we are not sure of. Those people who worship the Dark Abyss, and perhaps even the Fatui you spoke of, may have entered. Surely, now that I consider it, the great songs might have been stolen by now, were it not for the fact that only Lady Sorush may touch them. Ha! Worthless worries. The great songs of Kavarena are my destined inheritance. That any others might taint them with their touch. Inconceivable. Indeed. Indeed, it is so. But we must find one more Farwick to activate the relays sealed in crystal, if you are to claim your destiny. Then we can activate that elevator and go to where the great song awaits us. Come then, let us go. Let's activate this viewpoint. Cool. And now time to get the Farwick. Ragged engineering notes. Most of the content here has been deliberately erased, with only the title page retaining traces of legible text. After the smelting furnace in the Royal Machine Workshop Grenade, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, was officially abandoned, this should be the last machine workshop in the kingdom that still has a complete azosite-powered system. The efficiency problems posed by such a highly complex power system have proved intractable. So, results of this nature are to be expected. Even for miniaturized mass production units like field tillers, using a power core is much more convenient. It may not be long before even this workshop is closed. After all, humanity is always short-sighted when it comes to technology. How about you leave me alone? You crazy enemy. I thought the time stopped while, wait, why can't, okay, there we go. It wasn't letting me switch to, Ayako there for a second. But I thought time was stopped while, reading stuff like that. So it's a bit of a surprise that I was able to do that. I wonder what would have happened if it knocked me off the edge. Huh. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's, eat something very fast.
Stabilize.
Switch to her. Kind of heal up a little bit. And then do this. This enemy is normally not even remotely intimidating, but because of the location, it was a little bit dangerous. Okay, so, if I got knocked off the edge, I would have just ended up on the lower level. Okay, that makes sense. Let's climb up here very fast, though. Just in case there's anything hidden away up here. They have hidden stuff on top of pipes in this place. Ooh. There we go. And here we are. I better climb up onto this pipe, though, just to make sure there isn't anything else hidden away up here. Oh, there we go. Awesome.
Wonder how many bottles this will be worth.
Anything else? Okay, as far as I can tell, there's nothing else hidden away up in these areas. Although, there is this pathway right here. How are you normally supposed to get onto this pathway?
Faster?
I think that leads further into where you're supposed to go, so... I'll go down here, defeat these enemies very fast, and then continue back up there.
Let's play.
Oh. Wow.
Solidify!
Hold the line.
I know that they can jump, but... Or knew that they could jump, rather, but... I wasn't expecting it to jump that quickly. There we go, that's what I was waiting for both of them to get in the same spot. Awesome. Oh, that opened up the door. So is that one area not the way forward after all?
And all the more valuable for it. Gather!
I might have to go back up there if it looks like the path that just opened is the way forward. And this is the last room right here. Okay. So, yeah, that's the path forward. Let's go back up to where I was before and see where that path leads. Interesting. There's a door right there that I did not see before. That or that's the door I came in through. No, it's right above the door I came in through. Weird. I'll have to check that out a little bit later. Okay, path. What you got for me? Crystal that I can't activate without the... Darn it.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Of course that's the case. Okay, let's go back down to where that Farwick is. And then come back to that door. There it is.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
I wonder if this is going to be a dead end in here. Or, okay, this is that door that I saw in the one room. Which is nice to know. So once I grab this, it'll probably open up that door, right? Or maybe there's a switch over there that gets uncovered when you get close. Finally found it. Let's go back and activate the sealed power relay, shall we? Let Pylon see. We should return to where we began something. But before that, I'm going to collect this for money. And then... how do I use Sorush? I had to re-equip Sorush, so let's do this. And activate you. Now it's just a matter of collecting them all. They give you plenty of time to do it, too. I never noticed a treasure chest or anything last time I did this, so... Oh, it gives you plumes of purifying light when you do it. That's what it is. That's the reward. I don't know what those do, but... Maybe I can find out in the item menu here. Fragment left by Kavarena, carrier of past memories. And it says it's a consumable, so you must give it to something. Eventually. Or maybe I already have access to whatever you're supposed to give it to, but regardless. Oh, I didn't notice there was a Celia in this room. And the door is open. Neat. So they want us to go up to that one path that I found before, which is funny. And that'll allow me to activate the switch. And I'm supposed to talk to Nasejina by activating this cutscene. Hopefully the Celia doesn't disappear. Do you see that giant machine up there? That is the central control device of this entire factory. As long as we can get the energy from the relays to that center, and then activate this device, we shall be able to activate the elevator. Whatever the case, let's hurry and unseal the relays, then use the mixer, as before, to connect the circuit. What is it? This is no time to retreat. Yeah, you know what? You know this place too well, Nasejina. It's like you've been here before or something. And there's the Sealy, by the way. Don't you find it weird too, Sorush? Well, that is true, but he is a human Vijnanapati. Surely this is not beyond him. Don't look down on us scholarly types. With the aid of these documents that I read in the mountains, even I can master these devices. And I have not only read all the books within the House of Dana, but I have spent much time collecting tomes heretofore hidden. As the great envoy commanded me, I have always paid special attention to records concerning the great songs of Caverna and underground ruins. Tell me, is deriving recorded truth from documents not the essential work of those whose preoccupation is such writings? And even if you should suspect me, let us save that until we have obtained the great song of Caverna. You would not abandon me here at this juncture, would you? Please let us focus on resolving the matter of this elevator. Mysterious energy receiver. These strange devices seem to be able to channel energy into large machines. When the energy is linked up to these devices via circuits, the machines linked to them will also be activated. Okay. So now, let's get this. Thank you very much for the treasure.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
Okay, I'm not jumping down there just yet. That is the room that I've been in before. Oh, this is that top layer where all the switches were. Okay, that makes sense. Am I able to clear away any of these crystals up here? What's this? It kind of looks fancy, doesn't it? Okay, as far as I can tell, I can't clear any of those crystals away. So, let's go down here and figure this out. Hey, there we go. Now I just need to activate all 3 relays, which in theory should be easy, but we'll see. Okay, taking a quick look around, I don't need this one here in order to activate this. But I do need one over here and one over here. So let's move you right over... Oh no, why'd you go that way? I didn't want you to go that way. Weird. Okay, there we go. That was weird. Anyways, that'll activate that. Now that that's been activated, I still have to activate that one right there, which requires moving this one. And then rotate you one more time. And that's all 3 of them activated. Good. Good. Now we only need to activate the central control device at the control platform above, and the elevator should be restored to normal function. Well then, Yastapati of Her Eminence, the great envoy, I leave that to you. I still have work to do here in examining these aged machines. We are finally here. The preparations I made were not in vain. And yet, let us leave celebrations till later. Who knows what dangers yet lie ahead. Okay, so how do I get back up to that upper layer? Let's talk to him again. Okay, he's just repeating himself. At least I'm pretty sure he is. Okay, so I need to get up to where that shining spot is up there. But I forget already how I got up there that one time. Did I just climb up the wall the previous time? I might have. Let's do that. Okay, I climbed up, and now I just gotta activate this over here. And it's saying I need to rotate it? What? Oh! Oh. There's a proper puzzle up here, isn't there? I wonder how you're supposed to do this. You know, there's gotta be something in this room that makes it obvious as to what you're supposed to do. Because otherwise, I have no idea. Wait a second, maybe it's these things? Triangle... weird thing. Okay, let's try that. You can actually do all 3 of them from the same thing. Lower level needs to be something like that. Is that correct? No? Oh, here we are. This'll make it a little bit more obvious. There we go. Yay! It all worked out. I was a little bit confused there for a bit, I'm not gonna lie. So that's gonna take me even deeper into this place. I wonder if it'll take me right to the room where the song is. Finally, now we need only use this elevator, and we shall reach the deepest section of this factory. Well, my notes do also say that a path into an underground realm still deeper down than this factory may be found there. But that is not a place we can reach. The road ahead of us is perilous, but I will not falter at the precipice this time. This may be considered the deepest parts of the surface realm. After all, if a researcher such as myself were to stop here, I would surely shame the name of my order. As always, I leave myself in your able hands, Yasnapati, honored envoy. I got a, what do you call it? Take the elevator down. Of course I'm taking it down. Oh, I'm already at the bottom? I thought it would have gone on further than that. Okay, there's nothing else up here as far as I can tell. Oh, I would have missed out on that if I wasn't careful, though. I've got to defeat all the enemies in this room, probably.
Stabilize.
Easy enough.
Rebuild. My apologies.
I don't want it to go underground, but it might end up going underground if I'm not careful. No, it went underground. Of course it did.
Gather.
Oh, cool. I got stunned.
Swirling snow.
Okay, this one ought to be easy to defeat with the elemental burst up. Shame that this one over there stayed away.
This is order. Stabilize.
Anything else in here?
My apologies.
It sounds like there is, but I don't know where it's located. Weird.
Take flight.
Is that it? Yeah, that was it. What? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're still going down. I was not expecting that. Okay then. Anything? Okay. All of the ruined guards are waking up. I'm gonna save my elemental burst in case there's like a group of 2 of them that are gonna be together. Right here. Nah, it doesn't look like that at all. Just the one. I just realized I never take advantage of their weak spots anymore. I'll try to do that right now. Nah, didn't work out. Figures. Me messing around like that. Taking damage for no reason.
Let's play.
Okay.
Sakura swirl.
Get rid of your HP.
Swirling snow.
Okay. I hope there weren't any treasure chests on those, or in those rooms, rather. I was going to call them platforms, but you know, on those platforms.
Gather.
Nothing there. Oh. Hello? Oh, there are 2 of them. You know what? I will use her elemental burst against this one. I should be able to recover her elemental energy before I fight the next one, yeah. Oh.
Stabilize.
Here we
I
go.
will have order.
Done him long enough to be able to do this.
Sakura swirl.
Okay, cool. And on to the next level, right? Oh, wow. And there's the great song. Is there anything else in this room, though? There's a door back here that I can open if I want to. I wonder if I should, though. Oh, something to read? Someone's abandoned letter. This mangled letter looks to be unfinished, and it is unknown who left it here. Eminent Marshal. Of course, I am keenly aware that the 4 pillars of our kingdom have achieved the prosperity that they have today, precisely thanks to us spying upon secrets from beyond the skies, and thus have our mechanisms been able to throw off the shackles imposed by this world's laws. But that technology, it cannot be said to be perfect. The gods are untrustworthy and the demons ineffable. If there is one thing that can pry open the corners of this hollow world, then it can only be human will. To this end, if you can petition the king to allow some machinery, manufactured according to the old standards, to be preserved under your ministry's purview, perhaps it may light a spark under the latent wills of countless future generations to devote themselves to exploring technology. Okay. I'm gonna ignore that for now. See if there's anything back this way. Yeah, it looks like that's the path that you're supposed to take to go forward. So I'll hold off on that for now. Instead, let's grab this. Nice! And that's all 5 great Coverena in our hands. Now we just need to take him over to Zurvan and the Sea of Flowers and perform that ritual of whatever we're calling it. Please wait. As I see it, these great songs should go to me first. As I mentioned before, I must still examine these great songs more carefully before the rite of Chinvat can begin. And did I not put in much effort towards finding them as well? If I were not present, you might yet be stumbling blind through this factory. Well, that's what it looked like, yeah. Yes, reasonable, is it not? Come then, give me these great songs, quickly now. That way I can draw up a procedure for the ritual first. Yes, that's right. That's my work too, after all. Yeah, you know, the more you talk, the more suspicious Paimon's getting. That will be unnecessary. Let's have Sorush decide. Yeah, let's do that. Humph, I see no reason to branch from our path now. You need simply await the completion of my heroic deed, Nasaraya. Silence, you piss me off. Nasaraya, you dare! Ha! Well, I've said it now, haven't I? I've blown my cover. I mean, it was pretty obvious that you're evil, dude. But, it is such a liberating feeling to no longer have to grovel and nod before this idiot of Bari. Well, where should we begin? Even I'm not very sure. I'd love to tell you all about my plans. Dead people tell no tales, after all. But I'd wager you'd not like to hear of such convoluted matters much. Why don't you just hand the great songs over? That'll save me time. Nope, not happening. We spent so much effort getting them, and if we don't have them, our commission's a non-starter. Zurvan also said that we'd be idiots to give them to you. Bah, sideshows, all of that, compared to my plans. I've been playing house with you imbeciles this entire time, just to get the great songs. They called me Vijnanapati at the order, but they could never understand my labors, and so I acted in secret. I had to. In order to get in contact with Coverena constructs, I came up with the idea of using the rite of Chinvat to extinguish the signs, and lured in Sorush. And that was already a pain in the neck. You've seen it, how much Pari are just obstinate cretins. But she was truly useless. Her constant failure to obtain the chaplet had me on the verge of giving up. It was thanks to you two, ultimately, that the chaplet was gained, and that we made it all the way here. Now, it won't please you, but I am very grateful. Well, that's a bit too harsh on Sorush. Is that even important? The songs of the skeptics do record that some humans did become companions of the Pari, but were it not for the great songs, I would never have associated with them at all. All that is left now is to use the great songs of Coverena to reverse the rite of Chinvat, which will release the seal on the Abyss, and the words of old will begin anew. Of course, he's some follower of the Abyss, isn't he? Oh, the expectation. Does it not kill you inside? Shame, then, that you shan't see that glorious sight. Wait, but isn't your order supposed to help suppress the Abyss? Why do you want to unseal it instead? You turned your back on your duties. But have you not considered other possibilities? Just as you have seen, the skeptics' documents are a pile of raving mad myths, while Dari records are factual, precise. As I see it, the history and the duty of the Order of Skeptics are but tall tales, invented from nothing. My discoveries in the ruins only proved my judgment astute. I found a great many interesting things there, just so you know. Well, I have managed to enter this place at times, in secret, alongside the lector who gave me the notes. But this is the first time things went so well. Of course. According to my research, those who resisted the impurities here were heroes of the Dari. They are the skeptics' true ancestors. But they were forgotten, their tale untold. They were smeared as sinners, as the cause behind the disaster. Their deeds were wiped from the records by the thrice-be-damned academia, and then mistakenly appropriated as a founding myth by the skeptics. I suspect this is why the academia never intended to accept us. Sounds like speculations to me. Regardless, betrayal is betrayal. I am merely ending this fratricidal farce. I did say so earlier, did I not? I found some interesting records in the ruins. For example, diary records of that sign in the sky. They call this the sign of truth, believing that it reflected the reality beyond our skies. That is my plan, to bring truth without mercy to this unjust world. Now then, my great work requires the great songs of Kavarena, so hand them over. If you come quietly, perhaps I might spare you. And what'll you do, snatch it? It's gonna be pretty tough for you, you know? And that's why he's got backup. Well, that's too bad. I've come prepared. My apologies for the wait. Oh, Priest of the Dark Hollow. Nasi Juna called for backup. Outlander, hand over the Kavarena. Their power is more useful to us than you. What the? Flamezor. And Nasi Juna? No, how could this be? It looks like a monthly treat. Yeah, Flamezor is the guy who we've heard about in like the documents around this place and whatnot. Who I guess betrayed the researchers or whatever. Anyways. There we go. Just gotta slowly get rid of its HP now. Or not HP, but its shield. Do that. There we go. Oh, good.
Shall rise.
Where's Nasi Juna gone off to? He was hiding over there a moment ago. How could we have let him slip off like that? To think that he'd gang up with the Abyss Order to take our great Kavarena. And what was that crazy nonsense he was going on and on about? This one was a long time coming. Well, now that you mention it, he was pretty suspicious right from the start. Yeah, he was. And given what Servan told us, she must have realized something as well, right? In that case, let's bring these great Kavarena back and get some answers from Servan. As for the Order, didn't Nasi Juna say that he was keeping them in the dark too? Well, we shouldn't rule out the possibility that some of them might have been swayed to Nasi Juna's side, but Paimon thinks Piro and some others didn't know what was going on. If we got the time, let's tell them the truth. Whatever the case, let's head back to the Sea of Flowers. We've got to make sure that nothing bad happens after all. Okay, I got a achievement for that. So now the idea is to continue further into this place. Probably. Just to see if I can get any more treasure. Okay, there's a treasure chest down there, so that's already a good sign that I'll be able to get something from exploring here. Wait a second, what's that? Another, yeah. Barely legible bulletin. A notice that once recorded important information, but the content has become impossible to distinguish with the passing of time. In view of King Ermin's present indisposed state and the current unknown threat facing the kingdom, Knight Marshal Fortis has proclaimed that he will temporarily take up the post of regent and lead the Regnum Concilium Ultimum until the kingdom returns to a state of normalcy. All citizens will blah blah blah. Okay, so I can fight against this guy.
Yeah.
Solidify.
Hold the line. My apologies.
Hopefully it keeps them frozen until I can use her elemental burst. Actually, I may not even have to use her elemental burst. There we go. It was only the one enemy. Treasured flower.
Unsolicited.
Dropped, huh?
And all the more valuable for it.
Anything else in here? Oh, that's a path forward, I imagine. Oh. Another book? Yeah, ancient journal. A journal that looks positively ancient. It is remarkably well preserved, a function of its environment, perhaps. Most people fled above ground with this I can't say that. And only we are left hiding down here. For my mother, this is as far as she can go. Even if we went into the wilderness, we would never survive. I have to stay together with my family. Terrifying rumors are spreading. Those who went above ground and returned say that they have personally witnessed those who fled to the surface being afflicted with a strange disease and turning into monsters. Oh, this is a Conrian, isn't it? I don't know how long it's been. The surrounding area has calmed down, but our supplies have been nearly exhausted. I can feel it. If things continue on this way, something terrible is going to happen. There's no need to do anything anymore. It's too late. Cities are collapsing, and perhaps this entire world will become a wasteland. But what does it matter? I wish I hadn't survived this long. The rest of the handwriting suddenly becomes distorted and unreadable. So, yeah, that was a Conrian who turned into a hilly churl. This is my guess, anyways. So, ooh. Interesting. Abandon all hope, something. Gate of Everlasting Morning added to the archive. Really now? Is there a teleporter in here? There might be. Okay, should I jump down there? I mean, it doesn't seem like there's a reason not to. But I obviously want to get all the way up there too. I'm not seeing anything on this lower level so far. As far as like treasure chests and stuff are concerned. I might be able to get up onto that if I do this correctly. So go out onto this. Use Venti. Just barely make it to the vine here. Nope, not gonna work.
Brace yourself.
Once more Venti. Let's do this. Good. And now I'm in this little area up here. I wonder
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
if I can open up that door or not. Obviously, this is an important area. Even if they don't allow you to do anything right now, they'll eventually allow you to, I'm sure.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second, does this path lead up and out? Oh, it looks like it does. Huh. I wasn't expecting there to be a different path in here. In fact, it looks like there's more than one. All the way over there, too. I want to see if I can open up this door first. Okay, it's not giving me the option to open. That's fine. This is not a door over here. Okay. Nothing else up here, so I should go over to the other side. Wait a second, is that not a door? I thought that was a door up there. Oh, I was wrong. That's not a door.
Wouldn't gliding be
Weird.
faster?
So is this like a dead end completely? If that's the case, then I guess there's no point in staying in here, is it? Is there? Okay, then, yeah, I'm gonna assume that I can't do anything else in this room, so let's go ahead and teleport over here to talk to Zervan. Sorush has been pretty quiet since we left the ruined factory. She used to keep talking on and on, so Paimon's not used to her being silent now. She must have been frightened quite badly, or considering what happened, maybe she's just tired? Cheer up, Sorush. We've still got many things to do. For instance, we need to perform, that rite with the name Paimon can't remember. and then fix the giant hole. After we're done, let's treat ourselves to something delicious for our hard work. We can have, Paimon doesn't know what Pari prefer for food. Pari don't eat, silly floater. To think I have fallen so low to require pale floaters' comfort. What a shame. I'd rather be sealed into gray crystals right away, or find myself a cavern to slumber undisturbed for eternity, till everyone I know ceases to exist. Paimon said Paimon's not a pale floater, but is there really such a cavern? Avoidance can't really solve the problem. There are still things you must do, right? I know, but how am I supposed to live with the sheer embarrassment of being fooled by Nasejina? Anyway, now that you've collected all the great songs of Kavarna, you can go to Mahir or Rashnu if you want to solve the anomaly in the sky. Whatever the case, please leave me alone and pretend you've never heard the things I said. You did say a lot of weird stuff. My Yasnapati, my valiant form, fated sacrifice. Stop. Please stop. Hey there, stop teasing her now. She's been traveling with us for so long after all, and Paimon doesn't want to see her quit halfway. What's more, Sorush does have some good qualities, like, I saw you hesitating. Stop patronizing me. You're quick to act, and you've got a sense of responsibility. Yep. And haven't we been working hard to extinguish the sign of Pausha? It's all thanks to you that we've made it so far. How did it go again? Let Paimon think. As long as you keep going, I believe that it will only be a matter of time before you become a truly great adventurer. Really? Do you genuinely mean to praise me? Yes, as genuine as a friend could be. Hee, I knew I was great. Hee, my motivation is back. Oh no. Now that the motivated Sorush is back, let's go find Zervan. Fix the giant hole, and then get the reward. Paimon can't wait for her big meal. Zervan is busy completing the quest Pale Fire. What? Oh no. I can't actually start that until I do a different quest. That's crazy. Okay, let's figure this out. Well, if it isn't Sorush and her Yasnapati. My, even Paimon's here. Hey, what do you mean, even? That's offensive. From the looks on your faces, you found something interesting, haven't you? Paimon's not sure if interesting is the right word. You tell Zervan about the Fravashi tree. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. I see. Now, where should I begin? What you have described is indeed a Fravashi tree that a Pari has transformed into. But as for what resides within such trees, I believe it is more accurate to call them fragmented memories than residual Pari. It is quite akin, in fact, to the plume of purifying light you obtained, which contains memories that cannot return to the earth. Cannot return to the earth? We are both born from the Vorakasha Oasis, and we shall return there eventually. The god safeguarding this place is rejected by the time flowing throughout this land, and so are we. That said, this is also what we wish for. After all, it is our purpose to keep the defilement from flowing into the land along with us. And in the Amrita pool, we get to wash off whatever filthiness that once tainted us. By offering that plume of purifying light to the Amrita pool, you will enable the Pari to return to the Vorakasha Oasis once again. Okay. That's what you do with the plumes of purifying light. Hee, that means we did a good deed this time, right? Humph, you grow ever so haughty, pale floater. As if this were not all thanks to my great power. Well, you're pretty amazing too, Sorush. That's more like it, though I need no compliments from you so long as my Yasnapati is present. Speaking of the Yasnapati, now that you've more or less accepted this title, that indeed makes you the perfect candidate for the ritual. In ancient times, the human warriors who walked with Pari would hold a ritual purification for the Pari scattered in the desert, so as to bring them back to the Vorakasha Oasis. and those who have established a special bond with the party have been addressed as Yastapati ever since. Huh? That's entirely different from what Sorush told us. Is that so? Well, she was bound to get something right by luck eventually. As for you, Yastapati, you now shoulder the responsibility to help the party that have yet to return. If you encounter other Fravashi trees, please bring the plumes of purifying light they have formed back to the Vorakasha Oasis. Don't worry, we'd help them even if you didn't ask. Okay, so now is it going to automatically start the other quest, or do I have to complete this whole quest? Okay, I can talk to Zurvan now for that. But let me see exactly where... Look for Fravashi trees. Okay, so I have to keep looking for the Fravashi trees. That's not a big deal, though. I can always do that quest later on. Zurvan, we're back! Ah, it's Aether, Sorush, and Paimon. By the looks of it, you must have obtained all the great songs of Kavarena, despite some accidents. Whatever the case, the result is desirable. I was right to entrust the mission to you. Without you, the great songs of Kavarena might have been robbed away by those with ill intent. Huh. Why does Paimon feel like Zurvan saw what was coming? So I was on to something. You didn't run into the followers of the Dark Hollow, did you? How did you know? Yeah, we did. Oh, then why don't you tell me what happened exactly? You recount your adventure in the underground ruins and of Nasujina's betrayal to Zurvan. Even the Order's Vijnanapati had sided with the Dark Hollow. That was unexpected. Not that I had any hopes in them to begin with, but that's just a step too far. And if I'm not mistaken, Nasujina had been enticed into pursuing the great songs of Kavarena by the servant of the Dark Hollow you fought. That one's an old acquaintance of mine. Huh? You know that guy from the Abyss Order? Humph. He used to be with the Order of Skeptics. Several hundred years ago, an investigative team from the forest came to explore the secrets of the Darians. They insisted on entering the Darian ruins despite the Order's warning. So the then Vijnanapati sent the man to go with the team in case something happened. No one knew what they encountered in the ruins, but by the time he reappeared, he had already embraced the defilement's blessings, and the investigation team was nowhere to be found. Then came the followers of the Dark Hollow. They were after the great songs of Kavarena, and for that purpose they summoned countless demons of death to attack the Vorakasha Oasis. Although we managed to protect our home with the help of many Pari and human warriors, we didn't eradicate the Dark Hollow's followers. To ensure that I left no gaps for them to exploit, I sealed the Vorakasha Oasis and the many ruins with the power of the great songs. The Order of Skeptics never recovered from the incident. They lost their ancient archives to fire and gradually became like this. I sensed that the followers of the Dark Hollow were making their play since you last mentioned them, but I didn't expect them to have corrupted even the leader of the Skeptics. Anyway, Paimon's still wondering about what Nasujina said. Do you know anything about the Skeptics' ancestors? You fought alongside them, after all. History becomes legend. Legend becomes tale. That's how traditions live on. Forgetting is also part of the story. The more you cling to the idea of tradition, the more you only selectively remember the story you desire, and eventually become lost in the maze of tales. In a world where things are being forgotten every hour of every day, what we engrave on the ground is far more reliable than what we sing to the wind. That is why I trust you, for you are forthright, and never seem to concern yourselves with other people's judgment. Although you're praising us, the way you put it sounds somewhat odd. I somehow feel a sense of sarcasm. I presume Elder Zurvan's words are intended for me. As for what happened 500 years ago, I think you'd want to see for yourself rather than hear my version of the story. And now you have the exact perfect opportunity. There we go. By the way, Sorush, it appears that you've grown more reliable now. With what you've been through, have you awakened from those raving mad myths of humans? Elder, please, just let bygones be bygones. It seems that I made the right decision to entrust the issue to Aether and Paimon. In that case, I guess I can also leave the right of Absor in your capable hands without any reservations. The right of Absor. Paimon remembers hearing Zervan mention it. Is it for cleansing, defilement of sorts? The rite of Absor is a ritual performed to cleanse the tree of defilement. Normally, you'd only need to conduct it under the trees that suppress darkness. However, with the seal weakening and the anomaly re-emerging in the sky, we need more than the usual to solve the problem. The anomaly appears above the tree as a result of the tree absorbing a great amount of defilement. With the excessive amount of filth building up within it, and the corrosion caused by the anomaly, the tree can no longer sustain the Kavarena's power. The only thing we can do now is enter the tree to cleanse it and wake our god. So we can actually enter the tree? Of course. Did you think that the rite of Chinvat was to be performed inside that dark hollow? Even Pari wouldn't be able to stand the defilement within. Inside the tree lies a giant lotus, Gao Kurena, and our god's consciousness slumbers within it. By cleansing the defilement, the flower's sanctity will bloom once again. The Amrita will rid the land of all of its impurities. Convoluted as these processes may sound, I believe they shall constitute no hindrance to you. Well then, I have already sent Rashnu and Mahir to the Taniki Hollow. You need only bring over the great songs, and then you'll be able to gather the power of Kavarena. Kavarena will awaken the huge trees that are suppressing the darkness, and purify the contaminated mud in the depths. After that, you can then perform the rite of Chinvat, and thus open the path to the tree. Into the tree, rather. And once you're inside, the chaplet will reveal to Sorush the great deeds of ancient heroes. Since all memories related to Kavarena will return to the tree in the end, these memories will never fade, no matter how legends are retold and changed. I've never heard of this. Hee, the chaplet was originally a part of the tree. You'll know when you get in there. Now please, go and extinguish the sign of Apasha. We will meet again when Amrita falls from the sky. Okay, let's talk to Zervan. Then please extinguish the sign of Apasha. Okay. And this is actually where I'm going to be stopping, but before that, I'm going to go ahead and make some wishes. I can make 2. I'll make them on Klee's banner. Okay, just some weapons. That's unfortunate. So, yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to complete this quest in this video, but maybe in the next video, who knows. If I do complete it in the next video, then I will be continuing on to the timed event, most likely. Unless it takes, like, all the time in the next video to do it. But anyways, yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.